I want to make it abundantly clear that I don't hate Halo 5 at all. In fact, I'm enjoying it quite thoroughly. The gameplay is top-notch and the multiplayer is extremely well balanced and a joy to play. The best the series has seen since Halo 3, or even 2 if you're feeling adventurous and ballsy. However, I found the campaign to be extremely problematic, save for some mechanically enjoyable encounters that were fun to play, and Blur's beautiful cutscenes. The campaign on the whole was an extreme disappointment for me. My issues with the campaign are layered and many, so I'm going to break them up into parts, starting with Part 1. Spartan Locke is a boring character. Spartan Locke is easily one of the most bland characters to ever make an appearance in a mainline Halo game. In the actual game, he is given little to no context at all, making me feel completely indifferent to what was happening to him or was going to happen to him. The rest of his fire team, which you spend all your missions with whilst playing as Locke, are no better in terms of giving the player something to actually give a flying fuck about, save for Buck, who is back from Halo 3 ODST, and is now a Spartan, which is actually fascinating in and of itself, which leads me to Part 2. Why don't we get to see or learn more about the other fucking characters? There is no good reason to reintroduce us to the characters like the Arbiter or Buck, and then give them no focus at all. During a few missions as Locke, we get a glimpse of the Sangheili homeworld and the Arbiter's final stand against what remains of the Covenant, which has begun to reform. Why don't we get to see more of that? Just when I thought I was going to get more and see some actual interesting plot development, Locke and his team leave the planet and continue on their utterly disinteresting journey that has no weight at all. And speaking of which, Part 3. The stakes were so low and the marketing lied. After being constantly bombarded by ads and multiple attempts at viral marketing, I was thoroughly convinced that Halo 5 was going to at least be one hell of a story. The Master Chief going rogue and the mysterious Locke chasing him down, and we do get to experience a little of that. For like 2 hours. Surprise, the Master Chief knows what's going on and is trying to stop Cortana. And Locke and his team figure this out soon enough as well. And what little bit of tension was left after Locke and 117 had a bitch fight dissipates into oblivion. And you know what? That talk about Cortana reminded me of something. You know what? Oh yeah, wait, what the fuck? I thought after Halo 4, Part 4. Halo 5 completely invalidates Halo 4's major plot device. Halo 4's story, which was the only redeeming part of that game, was excellent because it managed to give the Master Chief, who up to that point had only been a 7-foot-tall embodiment of pure emotionless testosterone, some semblance of ethos. His only companion through the first 3 games had been Sergeant Johnson, who died, and the AI companion Cortana. It was a brilliant setup to start a new storyline for him, to take away his only friend, be it a computer program, and finally get some character development out of the guy. But I guess that didn't matter at all to the writers because, whoa, she's back and she's evil somehow, which has also reminded me of something once again. Part 5. The fucking ending. The ending is easily the most troubling part about Halo 5's story. I could have forgiven its shortcomings at the point it ended because I wasn't aware it was ending. I thought there was a good 2 to 4 more hours left to it, but nope, it just ends, and it's short at that. In fact, it took me exactly 6 hours and 26 minutes to beat the campaign, which is disturbingly short for a franchise that has been so highly regarded for its single-player experience. The actual ending itself is a massive gut punch to anyone who was still compelled to give a flying fuck at that point. The last cutscene goes something like this. "Oh no, sir. Cortana's got control of Guardian. What are we gonna do?" "I don't know, sir. I think we should warp the Infinity out of here." Then they warp the Infinity out and fly away and let the entire planet that they were just in front of get completely decimated. And then? "What should we do, sir? How are we gonna fight her?" "I don't know." And then the credits roll. That's it. That's the fucking ending. And that last little exchange that I just brilliantly reenacted in a Shakespearean fashion makes no sense in the continuity of the story either, because Cortana, which we learn a little bit earlier before the ending, is controlling all of the AI in all of the known universe, which is how she snuck Master Chief onto Meridian and controlled the AI there. So how is the AI on the Infinity, which Lasky is talking to, not influenced by Cortana when her Guardian is literally right there? Makes no sense. So I don't want to completely discredit the campaign. It's not terrible. It's not horrendous. It's not good or great either. It's just kind of mediocre. But the reason it bothers me so much is because the marketing for the game. They made such a big deal out of this story. The cutscenes in the remaster of Halo 2 with Locke and the Arbiter. It makes no sense. Why would they bring so much attention to the story if this was all they had to offer? It makes no fucking sense. and it leaves kind of a bad taste in my mouth where there's otherwise a perfectly great game, one of the best Halos in a long time. But that's just what I thought about the game. If you disagree with me, agree with me, think something else entirely, let me know in the comments below, and thanks for watching.